the idea of preparing for an opponent and then executing the game plan is so vitally important. And I thought we did that. The only thing that surprised me is we went 4 for 25 from 3. And we started the game that way. We missed a lot of what I would say quality shots. We only had 1 point after 6 or 7 minutes of the game. But eventually, we tied it up at 18, and we actually took a one basket lead. And then the second half, it seesawed back and forth for a while. So they're a very good team. They're very experienced. They have a lot of confidence in each other, and you can see it down the stretch. The big guy Locken made a huge 3. Chase Hunter is an all-conference player, probably an All-American, probably an NBA guy. He's extremely talented at both ends of the court. Again, close, but close doesn't count.
Questions? Jim, I want to ask, did Matt Cleveland get injured or something, or second half he didn't play that many minutes?
Yeah, we wanted to go back with A.J. Stanton-McCray. We thought he was playing well. And he was guarding Chase Hunter, we thought, really well.
And can you talk about Jaleel, what he contributed today?
Yeah, in the first half, he struggled a little bit to do some of the little things, so I took him out and he didn't play much. But in the second half, when I put him in, I thought he was a different player, and I left him in because I thought he was helping us. He's getting better defensively. I think he made a couple of key shots for us. I wish that shot clock violation had been a good 3. They said the ball was still in his hand. But if you look at our team, Brandon had 8 rebounds, Lynn had 8 rebounds, A.J. Stanton-McCray had 7 rebounds, Austin Schwartz had none, Nigel had 2, Matt Cleveland had 3, Jaleel only had 1, Jalen only had 1, Paul had 4, and Devine had none. We have to get our guards rebounding better, because if you look at Clemson's percentages, they only shot 39% for the game, and 9 for 27 from 3. Even though that's not bad, some of those came off of a missed shot. They kicked it out for a 3. So we get those rebounds, then we get a chance to fast break.
How about Nigel coming off the game he had the other day, 22 points. He was 0 for 7. What do you think?
Yeah, we try to get him going. Just one of those nights. I can't explain it. I'd say you have to give credit to Zachary, because he's a little taller than Nigel, but he must weigh 30 pounds or 40 pounds more, and he's very, very physical. I try to bring that to the officials' attention, that he really uses his physicality to guard Nigel, and it makes it very tough on him.
Last season, you guys kind of ended the year with those losses, and then this year, and then missed another losing streak. Can you take away anything from that year to kind of help this team kind of get out of that rut and kind of bounce back?
No one likes to lose. I mean, last year it was different. We had so many injuries that we had very, very little chemistry. Despite the fact we had some very good players returning from the Final Four team, half the time our practices were without our best players. Nigel got hurt, and then Wooga got hurt, and then Norshad got hurt, and then Matt got hurt. And every time you lose a starter for a while and then he comes back, you got to bring him back into the fold and get everybody coordinated. And we just were not able to do that last year. This year, we're missing a key player in Kyrie Yu, because we need another big guy to rebound, and he's a good rebounder. But we have to rely very heavily on the three-point shot. And the nights we shoot the ball well, we're going to be in good shape offensively. But we still have to defend and rebound at a high level.
And then after the Arkansas game, you mentioned consistency. Just what are your thoughts about how consistent the team has been, over these last few games? And, what do you want to see from them moving forward?
Well, as I said, I think we've gotten a little better defensively and rebounding. That needs to be consistent. You can't do it for 2 games and then the next game not do it. You got to really defend and rebound because that requires effort. I follow Instagram a lot, and I was just listening to a Bill Self quote, and he said, if you're a coach and you have to coach effort and toughness, you got no chance. Effort and toughness has to be a given every day in practice and in every game. And then you coach the X's and the O's, how to run your offense and how to strategize your defense.
Jim, can I ask, your bench outscored the starters in the first half, 17-7. Really, when you came in with some of those guys off the bench, that's when you went on that 10-0 run, 12-2 run. Can you just talk about that, just how your bench?
Yeah, our bench has been pretty consistent. I think we're averaging 18 to 20 points a game off the bench in these games. And I thought Matt played very well in the first half. And what guys look at is their playing time. And you have to understand, it's really my job is try to figure out which guys are playing well and play them together. And if I find a combination that's doing that, I'm going to stick with them. If I find a combination is not doing well, like the way we started the game, well, I'm going to make changes. Why? Because if those guys who started get us off to a bad start, then there's something that says, maybe someone else will help us recover from this bad start. And those guys did. I think Matt and Jalil and Jalen, those guys in particular, went in to play. And Divine,